Hey guys, I wanted to just make a quick video. I was sitting here thinking about my son as usual. And for those of you who may not know, my son recently passed. He actually passed 7 months ago. Excuse me. And if you hear some noise in the background, sorry, I'm getting plumbing work done. I know, great time to make a video, Aubrey. I know. But I just felt compelled to come and just dump out some thoughts that were in my head. Maybe another mom or someone out there would be able to relate, or maybe it would encourage you on your journey if you're going through something similar that I had to go through with my son. And yeah, I hope it helps, because on my last videos, I saw some really sweet and kind comments from you guys. So thank you all who did comment on those 2 videos that I made. And again, thank you for the new people that have subscribed to my channel. It's nice to have you. I hope that I don't bore you to death. but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I put it out there, and I'm going to continuously put it out there for parents to advocate for their kids, especially if you have children with special needs. My son was completely dependent. He couldn't do anything for himself. He was blind, he was deaf, he was immobile, but he was still the most amazing person that I've ever met in my life, and I miss him every day. But I'm happy that he's free, and he taught me so much. And even, when I say advocate for your kids, that's even when it comes down to professionals, literally, because just because a person goes to school and they get a degree, and this is coming from someone who has multiple degrees, so I'm not knocking anyone that, has a profession or considers themselves a specialist or an expert. But just because you do go to school, even medical school, that does not mean that you know what you're doing. And that is even more detrimental when you have a child or you yourself cannot speak for yourself, because I was my son's eyes, his ears, everything. And we had some great physicians, but we had some not so great physicians. And you guys really need to make sure that you ask as many questions as you need to, because sometimes you will know more than that doctor. Because guess what? If you're the patient yourself, you know how you feel, right? Or if you are the mom or the caregiver, you're with that person that you're taking to those appointments. You're with them every day, or you're if you're their primary caregiver. Because like for us, we didn't have nursing for a very large part of my son's life, and I am actually really grateful for that, because I knew my son very well. Very, very well, because I don't know, maybe I'll do a separate video about when he did actually put his wings back on, but his spirit woke me up, and I went to him to be with him as he took his last breaths. And I've had numerous experiences like that where my spirit would wake me up because I could feel him and something would be wrong, whether it was a grand mal seizure, or if he was in pain, just any little thing like that. I was that connected to him, and that is just immeasurable how that happens, and the miracle that even in itself is. But yes, you guys, make sure that you always communicate. If you have questions, ask them. Don't be scared. Don't think that, oh, they're this or they're that, or they're the professional. They know. You know yourself. You know that person that you're taking care of. So you want to make sure that you speak up. And don't be scared to speak up. Whenever my son was first born, I know I was, and rightfully so, because I did not know anything about premature babies. My son was born at 12 ounces. So it was a whole new world for me. I just didn't even think about anything like that, because when you get pregnant, one, you're not thinking about, I'm gonna have a sick child. You're just like, oh, I'm pregnant, and you think you're gonna have this healthy baby that's bouncing and all that, and it doesn't always happen that way. So in the beginning, I was very timid, I was very shy. I just listened to everything that they said and just took it as, this is it, this is what we gotta do. But as time progressed and I began to just invest more in learning about my son and invested into getting to a point where I could communicate with him, like for me, just feeling him and knowing, if he moved his legs a certain way, or if he started moaning a certain way, or eating this, all those little things, and then paying attention to his body, then I just began to learn more. And it was like I was graced with knowledge as time went on to be able to talk to those doctors in a way that they knew that I knew what I was talking about, literally. I have done my research, mainly which was taking into consideration my son and his individual condition and who he was. So when they see that you actually know what you're talking about, or you are at least versed in it, then you get a little different outcome. Because if you've ever spoken with someone and you were completely ignorant about the conversation or the topic, you can kind of see how they run with the conversation, and they may say some things that may not be so relevant, or something that you need to know just because they realize that you don't know the topic. But when you actually know the topic, they won't do that to you anymore. So I just want to encourage you guys, in anything that you're doing, become knowledgeable about it. Especially if you're taking care of someone else, or you yourself are going through medical conditions and things like that. Just always invest in yourself and invest in your situation, and stand up for yourself. Find people that you can trust that do know about what you're going through, and talk to them. Get yourself a mentor, or if it's even a social worker at the hospitals or wherever you go to get your care. Find someone that is knowledgeable and link up with them so that they can help encourage you, and you can also encourage yourself, because it's important. You're always going to be your best advocate. And if you have a child, once again, who they can't do anything for themselves, you are their advocate. So you have to stand up for them. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to get off of here looking crusty, because I look crusty. But I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful night wherever you are. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.